the news of the week is the last 24 hours. A whole hell of a lot has happened, particularly with Penn State's quarterback room. First Sunday evening, a lot of people were somewhat not that surprised, but a little surprised to see Beau Pribula announcing that he was transferring. And then people were extremely surprised to see that he is no longer going to be a participant in the college football playoff, which led to a lot of people thinking that Drew Aller is going to say, which within 12 hours of Beau posting that, he confirmed that he is going to stay for 2025. I think we have all summer, we have all winter, we have all spring to talk about Drew staying. I think as I wrote about this morning, like I want to talk about the Beau thing because I don't think it's fair to Beau because he's playing within the rules. It's just the rules are not set up well that he gets punished because now because you forget about the human aspect of this. He can't be a part of the experience of playing in the college football playoff because he has to go find a spot somewhere else. Theory he could, but as James Franklin said, it doesn't work like that. Like we have to deal with reality. And then I think the other thing that it just annoyed me about that situation is everybody knew this was coming and nobody did anything about this situation. Like for the last however many years, and we've all kind of complained, the timeline of transfer portal, college football playoff, conference championships, recruiting early signing window is a mess, but nobody wants to fix it, and it should not be the player's job. They should not be being punished for it. And I don't even know that it should be the coach's job. It should be administrators. It should be the NCAA. It should be people that are supposed to fix these types of issues, fixing these types of issues. That was a long rant. How does Steve feel?
No, you're right. Any number of the administrators who are making their money on the backs of the student athletes, go ahead and find a job that helps solve these problems. NCAA, this is probably them more so. Obviously, they aren't the CFP people, they aren't the bowl people, but they're trying to probably find a place in the calendar that works. But this doesn't. Whether you're in a bowl, whether you're a bowl team, whether you're a playoff team, this isn't probably the right time. But then you got coaches, changing, and you've got to get players. So it is just a mess unless somebody stands up and says, hey, we don't want more. And it goes back to the Jay thing. Hey, here's some rules. And then somebody's going to say, well, no, I want a little bit more here. I can do it. If you don't have the championship games, or if the playoff is compressed or the season's a little shorter, maybe you've got a week somewhere where a transfer window works better for more people. But it's going to require somebody saying, okay, good, we'll take less of this and do something for the greater good. And that just doesn't always happen. Like that rarely happens.
I agree with that. And I think what I was wrestling with it is where this actually is a bigger issue is the fact that they're still student athletes because you've got to get enrolled in the college within the semester window to make sure that you're on campus. And it's like, I don't know, like I'm just starting to struggle. Like I'm kind of starting to struggle with that idea. Not that I think you need to be enrolled in the school to play there, but I think like there's got to be some sort of a workaround there, or some sort of something that everybody can collectively agree on. Keyword on collective, and sort of solve for that. And I think that's why this issue actually is happening, because he's got to enroll into a school by X date. Especially now, if you're transferring off the two playoff teams, it's not till February that you're at the new school if you stay until the championship game.
Which means you can't. You've got to go enroll somewhere to be eligible, right?
Right.
So this is one of those perfect things where it just makes somebody who thinks they believe one thing believe another. Oh, finish what you start. Oh, but have the freedom to make a decision. Okay, well now they are at direct odds.
Right.
You can't, like, I no animus for me for Beau. Like, it's a decision that's best for him. If he was another student in some other sport doing some other thing and needed a transfer at the end of the semester to go to another school or whatever, we'd be all happy. And that's one of the reasons we're paying football players and other student athletes, because, other kids could make money. Next man up. Sorry. Like, hello, Ethan Grunkmeyer. And,
yeah,
good. And I hope Beau finds a place that he fits and is happy and gets a chance to play.
No, it's just a weird situation. What did you watch James Franklin's press conference today?
I watched it afterwards.
Okay. He seemed, that was one of the more pissed off James Franklin's at a Monday, Tuesday press conference I've seen from James Franklin. I felt like, I think right.
as we
So
positioned him for some other things and talked about championing the sport, doing some things, having opinion, being a voice, that this was clearly one of those times he could do it. And also, hello game plan, goodbye game plan, right? Like
yeah,
it's just in terms of comfort level of coach and playing with confidence throughout the year, knowing. I mean, he was Pribula is a great backup quarterback for them, right? You know what's going to happen. You know what you can do. There's
as
a level of comfort there. Now that's gone.
right as
You know,
much
you're one injury away from trouble. Go
right.
ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry. I was just saying, as much as I don't like, I didn't love the Beau system, Beau implementation at times. He's not necessarily a backup, but he's not a starter either. Like he's kind of in this weird gray area, and he's probably a little bit unique in that situation. But um, yeah, I can understand from the X's and O's perspective why Franklin was so annoyed and frustrated with